as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taking in at the 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Shotgun now for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be out right at the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Deebo Samuel was a revelation for the 49ers in their run to the NFC Championship in his rookie year of 2019. Injuries kept him to just 7 games last year, but he brings a dimension of creativity when he's out on the field. And he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The Lance going to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Lance. That's swung out to Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to...
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lance again. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Gold is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. On 3rd down, Wilson out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check.
Now Mostert. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Lance. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mostert off the read option. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Lance on the keeper, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And Gold is able to put it through.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Myers for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49ers 13. Likely Gibson to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now the rookie's free. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Lockett the return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Flushed out right.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on second and long. Wilson escaping the pressure right. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Kick is good, and that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Not much there, only a yard. For this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way, because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, it's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners, because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, 2 of the best rivalries in the NFL.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Now Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, there's Lockett pulling in a tough grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the 30. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson.
And completes it again to Metcalf.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Again, Wilson rolling to his left. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some time right, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, He's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Lockett the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flushed out right. And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. Touchdown! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This quarterback is on fire. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the football. What a day for him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Lockett the return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing again here. Wilson rolling to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Lance looking to throw it.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And running with power here. And now the juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Shotgun now for Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so, and we took the lead right back.
Lockett the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure. Let's see if they dial it up this drive. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They run it with Carson.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Runs like that, this time on the RPO, is why they call him dangerous.
I love the way you dropped that in there. His decision-making is what makes it all go. Because his ability to process so quickly what the defense is doing, make the right read, and then when he takes off and runs, also knows how to protect himself downfield after he's gotten all he can out of a sprint.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that is scooped up by the 49ers. Through an opening, and there he goes. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Niners use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Lockett the return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Wilson. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. They'll find Belor out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing now is Wilson. And once again, it's Eskridge. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.